The defenses, they need to be on their toes because you got quarterbacks here, yes, that can throw the football, but they can also run it very well too.
Mobile quarterbacks. Remember, for the longest time, they used to tell the quarterbacks, stay in the pocket. We don't want you outside of it at all. Nowadays, that mobility, truly an asset, and people are game planning for it. As a scout told me recently, we are actually working with what the colleges are giving us nowadays.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken very short. And he'll bring it a few past the 20. To the 23-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 23-yard line. Come on, set. Look the outlaw.
The first carry for the legend, it's Bo Jackson. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop, but when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
Switch gears, switch gears.
He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Give him 5 on the QB run, but it's going to bring up a 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's bubble. Kill, kill, kill.
Julio Jones all alone. Touchdown, Packers. Julio Jones, 67 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. A gutsy call, 4th and short. They go for it. Look at the result.
Yeah, not only did they go for it, they threw for it, because to me it was stacked up for a run situation, strength on strength, and they decided to put the ball in the air, and what a result. Big-time play.
It's a short kick, taken at the 15. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go now. 15 on it. Check, 43.
They'll run on first down. Peyton, and he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Not much happening there on first down.
Thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
On second down now. It's Jackson, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first. They go play action now. Jackson. Yeah, that one going to be knocked away and incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Here we go on fourth down with Jackson. Packer pressure, and down he goes. The sack by Julius Peppers. So, Charles, why in the world do you take that risk there?
It doesn't make a whole lot of sense on the surface. I've been around enough of these coaches and enough of these meetings along the way. Sometimes they're so confident in a play call that they don't care about the situation. They think that that play, at that time, they're going to run it and pick up whatever they need. So maybe that's what influenced him there. I'm guessing because I have no other explanation.
Yeah, that's tough. Own side of the field, that chunk of yardage to pick up. Head scratcher.
Check that. We got Mike 52 right here. Come on.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Lamar Jackson with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
This is taking you to 13. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down. At the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They run on first down with Jackson. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play there for the Niners. 44 yards on the ground. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On first down, Peyton. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Check 3.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Brian Burns. What persistence, and that persistence pays off. Tracks him down for a 19-yard loss. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the third down stop. Now Jackson. And he's got a moonwalk. 25 yards that time. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? the better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
They'll run on first down. Jackson. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They're mounting a nice drive here. Good chunk of yardage there again. O-line, they've been solid this drive.
They have that look about them right now that says, if you do anything but run the ball behind us, you're crazy. They have really moved it well on this drive, and they want to finish it off the same way.
They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Bad time to get a delay of game penalty there. Not that there's a good time, but that makes it 3rd and 6. Throwing is Jackson. They'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Jackson now. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. 4 yards on the touchdown grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Stenerud, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Stenerud to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Here's Jackson, eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back.
It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play that time for the Packers. 63 yards. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. He will push his way down to about the 14. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Here we go. Check. Check 4.
On 2nd down, it's Peterson. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. He may try. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And I think the offense got it back. They did. Inside the 10-yard line, they avoid disaster.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
After the made field goal, Stenerud back out there to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Buying time to his left. He's going to take off with it. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Check, 40. Here we go, T. Here I come.
On 2nd down now, Peyton. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson. He'll get this complete to Walter Payton. Breaks through the contact. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Lawrence Taylor able to get him for a loss of about 3. They'll try the ground game with Jackson. And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. A 3-yard touchdown run, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point by Stenerud, up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Following the touchdown, here's Stenerud to kick it away. This is taken near the 13. Now that should give his guys a spark. He's up all the way to the 44-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
It's going to be a long day.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jackson dancing to his left.
Normally we're talking about a quarterback duel where they're matching each other pass for pass. How about the footwork in this one? Both of these guys running the ball well.
Yeah, they've mixed in the run game. You're exactly right. Now, both coaches might not like how much their quarterbacks have taken off, but another example right there of just good mobility. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and 1.
And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
This one taken from the 7. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one taken from the 7. Oh, able to avoid him. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Play action. It's Jackson looking downfield for Jones. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run here with Bo. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, Peyton. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him. And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Play action. Now Jackson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The corner blitz worked to perfection there for Deion Sanders. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. There he goes left side. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
52. Here we go. Here we go.
This certainly feels like they were wanting to go for two, but weren't really sure they should go for two. Do we, don't we, do we, don't we? And guess what ends up happening?
5-yard penalty.
That's right. Now you probably line up and kick the extra point.
Stenerud now to add the extra point. And the lead is now 13.
Next to score, Packers 27, 49ers 14.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one taken from the 7. Spins by.
Let's go, Packers. Let's go.
At their own 18-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
On second down now, Peyton, and he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Stop made there by Julius Peppers.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
33-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
It's our time. It's our time.
On second down, this is Jackson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10. They go play action with Jackson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Brian Burns picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Brian Burns getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now it's Jackson. And he's going to go down again. Anthony Barr. The offensive line is in tatters as that's now 3 sacks in 3 plays.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
He's coming, double up. Trump.
4th down, here's Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Brian Burns. And that will force a turnover on downs. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that one that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
It's easy work. It's coming again.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Ready?
Going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't forgetting.
He may try and run for this. The keeper there turning into a big play of 23 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Check.
On first down, Jackson. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. Again, it's Jackson as he'll stay on the ground. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
You got tape. You got tape. You got tape right there.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Fourth down now after a loss of 2.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Stenerud able to put this one through. And that will swell the lead to 16. So they settle for just the 3. But clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the fourth.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. But they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held him to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Brian Burns in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Check it out, 43 is the mic. 43 is the mic.
After the sack on first down, Jackson. And that going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Here's Jackson to throw. This is caught by Jackson. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. They'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. Now the Packers. Going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. To throw is Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off Byron Jones.